Back again, rolling them out. Okay. Here's the Alpha Evolution. We're going to be talking about women can't stand beta men. They're only tolerated, but it's not what you think. I'm your gracious host, Justin Adams. And if you have any questions about any of this stuff, hit me up on my Instagram. It's the Alpha Evolution, one word, no underscores, on Instagram. So check me out, hit me with a DM, and we can get into more detail regarding any of these topics that I bring up here on YouTube. So, nice guys, right? On the surface, it doesn't make sense, really. Okay. Because why in the world would a woman not like a guy who is attentive, sensitive to her needs, available, kind, and agreeable? Right? Like that just sounds like when a guy's like that, it just sounds like on paper, it's like, holy shit. Like, yeah, of course, it sounds like a great person to be around. Okay. It seems silly for men like this to not be attractive, right? And it's not that these traits are inherently bad. Like, it's not bad to be attentive. It's not bad to be kind. Okay. These are positive traits, not negative traits. Okay. But that's where the feedback comes into play, right? They're not. But when combined together, right, like all together and presented to a woman, it's hard to respect the guy on her end, especially if it's a new connection. Okay. So because the behaviors aren't exactly off-putting or dangerous, they're just tolerated. Okay. They're not, because if he displayed behaviors that were too dangerous, she would just be like, no, I'm sorry. Like, that's not for me. I'm scared. I don't trust you. Like, blah, 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 blah. Okay. But because these traits, when combined, they're not really all that bad. They're not off-putting enough to, like, just block you or whatever because she feels unsafe. So that means they're just tolerated, right? For however long she wants to tolerate them. And, this lack of respect, right? Because if she's tolerating you, she's not respecting you, right? So this lack of respect is precisely why she doesn't get the tingles from nice guy beta men, all right? Not only that, but there is zero challenge in getting his approval, right? Because a kind, accommodating guy does not have the mindset of making sure that she meets his approval. He's too scared to do that. Often, it's been given him long before even getting to know the woman properly. It's been given by him. So he will give approval to her on the first meet. Right? They go out, have a cocktail. He already approves of her. Right? Typically because these guys just don't have a lot of experience with women. So he feels lucky that he's even going out with a woman, and feels so happy that he's actually in the midst of a sexy woman that he's already just going to approve her right off the bat simply because she's cute. Okay. So, and he doesn't even know her. Okay. And the woman knows this, right? She knows that she's been approved of before even opening her mouth. All right. So I've said it before, right? And I've made this chess analogy in a number of my posts on Instagram, but like, it's like if you knew, like, let's say you're sitting down at a game of chess with somebody and you knew, like off rip, that you were going to win 100% of the time. If you played 5 games, 10 games, 50 games, you knew you were going to win. Okay. After a couple of games, you get bored, right? It wouldn't be all that exciting. And so, like, you wouldn't even respect your opponent. Okay. Now, if you were to sit down at a game of chess and you didn't know, you weren't sure, like maybe you were like a little bit confident in your own skills, but you have no idea their skills, right? And then they start making some moves and you're like, oh, damn, like they know what they're doing, right? You're going to start respecting them, right? Because you're like, well, I might lose this match. So you're going to try to prove to them that you can beat them, or you're going to try to beat them, right? So for someone who is pedestalized all day long by guys online and in real life, it's refreshing when there's a little bit of realness coming from a man. A realness that speaks of, sure, you're sexy, you're good looking, but I'm looking to see of who you are and how you treat me. Right? And this will determine if you get more of my time and attention. And not enough guys speak this way. And if she's feeling you, right? If she's feeling she's sexually attracted to you, and building that sexual attraction is going to be in another video, or there's little bits of that on my Instagram. Like if she's feeling you already, hearing this sort of talk from you is going to be quite intoxicating. It's going to make her antennas perk right up, because she's like, dang, not only am I attracted to this guy, but he doesn't take bullshit and he's watching me. So I better be on my best behavior. Okay. Or maybe I'll test him a little bit and just see what he does, right? See if his bark is equal to his bite, or whatever. His bite is equal to his bark. So, and, I'm just reading off this one of my posts here. And this young lady replied, and she said, there's never enough sexual polarity with the nice guy. She says, it took me a long time to understand why I was turned off by these kind of guys. I couldn't really verbalize it because he was so nice, right? So that's where the feedback comes into play. Okay, so it's like a woman meets up with this nice guy, and like hangs out with him for a little while, and she can feel the repulsion, okay, in her gut. Okay, her instinct is like, this guy sucks. But rationally and through her senses, like her eyes and her ears, she's like, but wait a second, he's so nice. Why do I dislike him so much? Why am I so turned off? Why do I want to just flush him down the toilet like a big turd? Okay. So her feeling is like, flush this guy like he's a turd, but rationally and observationally, there's no rational reason to flush him down the toilet, right? But so there's this feedback between feeling and observation, okay? And this is quite unsettling, okay? Quite unsettling. So just keep that in mind about being too nice, and understand that nice beta guys, if you're kept around, you are simply tolerated, and most likely you're going to be a mark, and you're going to get used for your resources and your time.